The Forsaken Wife by Elizabeth Thomas, 1675 to 1731. Methinks 'tis strange you can't afford one pitying look, one parting word. Humanity claims this as due, but what's humanity to you? Cruel man, I am not blind, your infidelity I find, your want of love my ruin shows, my broken heart your broken vows. Yet maugre all of your rigid hate, I will be true in spite of fate, and one preeminence I'll claim, to be forever still the same. Show me a man that dare be true, that dares to suffer what I do, that can forever sigh unheard, and ever love without regard. I then will own your prior claim to love, to honour, and to fame. But till that time, my dear, adieu. I yet superior am to you. Okay, this poem is by Elizabeth Thomas. She was from London. Let's see, she was a famous poet of that time, and she was part of an artistic set, including Thomas Dryden and other people like that. Let's see, she always had problems with money, and towards the end of her life she actually spent 3 years in debtor's prison, because of her debts. Also, let's see, she was engaged to be married, and this engagement lasted 16 years because the man that she was going to marry didn't have enough money for them to get married. Anyway, after 16 years, he delayed the marriage again and said that because he had to look after his mother who was dying. Anyway, 2 years later, this guy dies, and at the end of the day, she never gets married, poor thing. So, I think that's interesting in the context of this poem. But let's see, The Forsaken Wife. So this is talking about, this poem's about a wife whose husband is unfaithful to her. And you need to remember that at this time, divorce didn't exist. Divorce was a sacred promise made between two people to God, and therefore, if the husband was unfaithful, the marriage still continued. So, methinks 'tis strange you can't afford one pitying look, one parting word. So methinks, I think it is strange that you can't even give me a pitying look, yeah, a parting word saying goodbye, yeah, because they couldn't get divorced, but they could certainly live apart. So she says it's unreasonable that you do this, you find another woman, and then you leave me, but you don't even feel any pity for me. Humanity claims this as due, but what's humanity to you? So this would be the normal human thing to do, and she's saying that he's acting in a very unreasonable way. He's not being humane. He's not being he's not even being reasonable. And then she says, but what's humanity to you? So I think here she's saying that he's an animal, that he's not like, he doesn't have the qualities of a human. Cruel man, I am not blind, your infidelity I find. So, you horrible individual, I'm not blind to your infidelity. So it's obvious to me that you have a girlfriend, and clearly here he's not even covering it up. He doesn't have. He doesn't even bother to hide it. Your want of love my ruin shows. So the fact that you don't love me, that you are in love with another woman, leaves me in ruin, and everybody can see this. My broken heart, your broken vows. So this shows that her heart is broken, and that he has broken his vows to her and to God, because the marriage will still continue. Yet maugre all your rigid hate, I will be true in spite of fate. So this word maugre means despite. It comes from French malgré, meaning despite. So despite all of your hate for me, I will be true in spite of fate. So I will continue to love you and to uphold my marriage vows. Yeah, and this is something, despite the fact that you hate me, I'm not going to break my vows. And one preeminence I'll claim, to be forever still the same. So and in this I'm a better person than you, because I will continue to uphold my marriage vows and be the same person that I have always been. And you're just an insect, yeah, because I'll claim that I am preeminent, I am better than you, or maybe that you are worse than me. I think that's probably what she's trying to say. Show me a man that dare be true, that dares to suffer what I do. Okay, so men don't react in this way. Show me a man whose wife has been unfaithful and has run off with another man, and will continue to suffer this situation, but to still be true to her marriage vows. That can forever sigh unheard, and ever love without regard. So a man would never be able to stand this situation. He would never be able to be quiet about it, and he would sigh, but inwardly, not showing it to everyone, and ever love without regard. So this is one of the marriage vows, that she promises to love him, and she will continue to love him. Then I will own your prior claim to love, to honour, and to fame. So I will own this claim. I will continue to recognise that you have a prior claim on me, that we are married, and I will keep my promise to love and honour and to fame, and to say good things about you. But till that time, my dear, adieu, I yet superior am to you. So you've gone off, and I will probably never see you again, but I will continue to be married to you, and I will continue keeping my vows. And that makes me much better. It makes me a much more human person, much more faithful to God and my religion than you. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. The Forsaken Wife by Elizabeth Thomas.